Marcus in the open floor, hops incredible. Here comes Maven off the steal. Oh my goodness.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maven. You're about midway to the midday with Marcus Maven. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven.
Break it down like this.
Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station of people. I know you can hear the laugh. I know you can hear the smile. I got a feeling this is just going to be a good old-fashioned back and forth, three-way, four-way callers, texters, and us. Fun times. Steve Rummage in the building, Brian Hall in the booth.
I am, man. I'm running a little late, but it was for a good, well, not a good reason, but I don't like to start out so somber, but it was a great occasion. My buddy Jeremy and his wife, his father-in-law had passed away, so I stopped by to see them for a few on the way.
Sorry to hear that, Jeremy.
Yeah, so I almost said good for them. No, but it was one of those where like he was a great dude, and like they all got to be there with him.
Uh-huh.
Like if there's a perfect way,
right.
Yeah. So but it was prayers for them and stuff. So that's why I am. The reason I'm starting the show with this because I haven't even talked to you guys yet. I come up here and I was like, Marcus, you left your lights on the car, so I took his keys for him. Went down and turned his lights off. So like I haven't even conversed with you.
I figured Steve went for a little spin, Brian Hall.
No, I was expecting you to come back around like 10:15 and just be like, "Oh man, I had to take the whip for a quick ride."
Yeah, it's crazy, man. You just see it passing. Yeah, you're like, what
Steve pulls up out front and he's like the new audience member.
I know.
And all I do is say, "What'd you think?"
Yeah. How did it go? The other news of the morning, Brian.
Yes.
Took an L last night.
Me or you?
No, I did.
Oh,
now listen. Well, here's the problem.
Oh.
The team, let me start out like this. The team got better last night.
They did.
We got better last night. Marcus come up and watched.
That's
And
good.
we played much better. We still lost. But this season is going to be kind of everybody getting right.
Do that.
I know.
Don't
I hate
lower the
it.
standards. Steve.
I hate it, but that's what it is. I played pretty well.
There you go.
Yeah, I played pretty well last night, and but here's where I took the L. My hamstring. Okay, when Marcus said it, I was like, "That's it." and it was just it kind of just clicked in my brain.
It didn't take me long to diagnose what happened to Steve.
Because see, I come in here and I talk about it, and it's true. I come in here and I say, "Man, I run 2 miles a day." You know what I'm saying? Well, run is jog.
Yeah, not for like speed.
Yeah, like run is jog. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I mean, I'm not
You
crazy.
pace yourself when you're on a long distance.
You know,
run.
18, 30, 19, 2 miles. I try every once in a while I'll do my 3K and try to get it under, or 5K and try to get it under 30 minutes or something, or 31. But that's a pace. And I'm ashamed of myself, and it was fun. I was ashamed of myself at how quick Marcus said it. I'm like, I should have known that.
Right.
It's like, and I kind of like before the games, I kind of were like, I gave a little half-hearted stretch because I'm like, I'm
right,
in good shape,
especially the basketball stretch.
You do it, but you're not thorough. You're just kind of like pull your legs up.
I always do my stretch your calves. Stretch your hams or stretch.
You don't do the full jog across the whole field.
No. Like Pat runs the field, and it's Pat runs the field. He slides into every base. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, absolutely. He goes to home plate, act like he hits one, and then
he's visualizing.
Yeah, no, he
was there right last night.
Who?
Hannah.
Yeah.
So he was showing off for the girls.
Oh no, she was there. It was funny. Pat texted us in the chat, and he said, Hannah's trying to figure out a way to make herself look like a man tonight.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I replied back. I was like, for the game or your own personal time?
That was the best response it could have been.
It's like, I mean, which is fine if it's what you're into. I was like, but if that's what you're into, just, I mean, hey, whatever.
Interesting.
But no, anyways, I do the groin stretch. I call it the Buddha stretch. But I don't know. Some people, you go down. I do that. I do just the little things. Brian, I took off in the outfield and immediately, and listen, I'm so stubborn. I was like, I'm not pulling up. I'm not going to be that guy. It's like, oh. Immediately when I took off, I was like, oh dear God. I was like, I just pulled my hamstring really bad. So
how's it feeling today?
Terrible.
No, listen, Brian. You could see it instantly, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
You could see it. I even asked him. I looked up. He was at third base, right? I looked down. Probably 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It seemed quicker, but I was kind of messing with the live stuff. And before you know it, he was walking over towards the car, and I'm like, "Did you check out?" And he's like, "No, I scored."
Listen, I kept it rolling. I was like, they were all like,
he scored, went right past home, played straight to the car.
They were like, "Do you need a pitch runner?" I was like, "No." Look, I was like Roger Dorn. I was like, "No, I'm running. I'm fine. I got it." But I did. I think Mitch was behind me. I was like, "Mitch, I'm one base at a time, bro." Yeah. So because I took 2 earlier in the day, and I was like, because I mean, you're a big guy, move okay, so anyways, but yeah, it was I was hurt, but yeah, Marcus told me immediately. Marcus is like, yeah, man,
hammy.
No, when I walked up there, he was like, well, yeah, you jog, you ain't doing sprints anymore, and I'm like. That's exactly what it is.
But Brian, let me go ahead real quick.
Well, I was gonna say the problem is like the competitive nature won't let you slow down. Like when it's when you're in a game, whether it's baseball, basketball, whatever, you're gonna run full speed.
Mm-hmm.
Brian,
yeah.
Let me tell you, man. Did you see exactly when I pulled up?
Mm-hmm.
Brian, let me tell you about this evening through my perspective, right?
Oh well, I don't know if exactly when I noticed your car setting over there. You had already parked. So.
That's a total dangerous spot to be parked at too, isn't it?
It's not terrible because you're right at about first base. Usually it's rare somebody's going to pop one right there.
How pissed would you have been if you went out to watch them and the fly ball through?
Oh no, I
straight through the windshield.
Listen,
if I hit it,
Steve hits it.
No, Steve is a lefty, so
no, I field left.
Oh, okay.
I bat right.
Okay. Well,
I'm weird.
I'll say this, Brian. As soon as I parked in that spot, I'd accepted it. I accepted it. Like Marcus,
accepted your fate.
Yeah. Listen, I had already thought about this. I talked to Drew Diener the other day, and he kind of reminded me of what we do here at ESPN Louisville as far as developing partnerships. I had already thought, as I was pulling up parking, I was thinking about what partnership is going to help me replace my car. Or the dented hood or the window or whatever gets busted.
Speaking of that, give Nate Huber a call or ESPN Louisville. I am moving on June 10th and would love to enlist your services. So get a deal with them
and develop a relationship.
Yeah, develop a nice little relationship with the studio.
Okay,
good for your business. Trust me, you'll get more than just me.
So let can you hit that, please?
Oh God.
Yeah. So Brian, let me tell you about this from my perspective. Games at 10:15. I usually go live at 11, right? So I was right on the fence. Like,
should I go or not?
Yeah. Should I go? And then I'm like, it's a beautiful night, and I'm like, I should go.
Do the live show from there.
I knew you was coming. I did know you was coming. I could hear it in your voice. You were out when I called you.
I was on my way to Kroger at 9:45, Steve.
But here's the thing with Marcus. And I don't like to give away everything. But when you told me, I'm gonna go back and shower and then think about it. I was like, if he's already, well, let's put it this way. I didn't know for sure, but I was like, there's a good chance he's gonna show up because I was like, because you're like me in that if I've already planned out 2 steps ahead,
mm-hmm.
I'm really, really thinking about going.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, if he's already thought I'm gonna go home, shower, and then maybe take off, I was like, he might actually show up. He might come on out because I was like, because I do that. I'm like, if I've planned that far ahead, then if I'm like, I'm gonna go to Kroger and then we'll see what's up.
You just leave the slight door open in case
You might as well,
something comes
yeah,
up.
you might as well forget it, like because I haven't planned that in my head, so I wasn't real surprised when
I'm gonna ask people, other people, do they agree with your assessment as far as like?
No, I do. It's like you're planned ahead. You're planning on going. The only reason you don't give the 100% I'm coming is in case that small little window that something pops up. You come home and you're like, oh dang, I need to get some food, or, or somebody calls you that wants to hang out or whatever.
So yeah, I was talking to Steve. I was grabbing some limes and some ginger from Kroger. It was kind of late, but I was like, okay, if everything kind of goes smooth, if I get from Kroger to home, what I'm saying, to shower, and I feel like my place is reasonably clean, then I can kind of grab my camera equipment and, just worst case scenario, I wouldn't feel unprepared or anything. Right. So Brian, listen, it's probably, I don't get out the house till probably 10:22 or something, like I know it starts at 10:15. It's a nice little, 20, 25 minutes,
Leagues usually run behind.
That's what I thought, And
softball leagues always play late because usually you have the working man is playing,
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of games can't start till 6, 7 o'clock. So it's not all softball leagues play like 10, 11 o'clock at night. Yeah.
So Brian, I get there, pull up, right up on the field. It was a good look. The jerseys look good.
Mm-hmm.
They had good material on the jerseys.
Yeah,
Biscuit. I'm gonna have to get some. We're gonna do some made
gas bags gear.
Yeah, or not gas bag. I'm gonna have to get some other gear from myself, through Biscuit. So anyway, I pull up.
You want a rummage jersey?
Customized stuff.
I'll put that.
No, he's gonna get like a little MM initial
in the man cave.
Yeah.
So listen,
I'll sign my game worn jersey and give it away.
Go ahead and put it up on the thing. Yeah. Okay, so Brian, I pull up. First impression, look like a softball team.
Yeah,
they look the part. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's a start,
right? I mean, it is, again, like I said, because we've just been kind of hearing about it, and again, some people who mock it. It's like, okay, the mockery versus the reality. So as soon as I pull up, look, the look is good. Look, they looked better than the other team aesthetically when I first pulled up. Like
half the thing is looks. If you look like a good team, you scare the opponent.
And listen,
intimidation.
And listen, y'all, when Steve tells you he goes all out on the gear, the look.
He's got the high socks.
No, not the high socks, Brian. He has the tights underneath the uniform. He got the whole King Griffey thing going with the gloves and all that. Like he goes all out.
Yeah.
Right. So he's very easy to spot. Okay. So you got to think, like, some of the first people I see Steve, I see Biscuit, you know what I'm saying? I see Patty. I see Mitch, Patty. They just kind of caught my attention as I'm pulling up, you know what I'm saying? They just kind of stood out. So as far as like, just like size versus the other team.
Yeah.
I have no idea, like, what the skill sets are just yet. But again, I'm pulling up. I'm like, okay. So I pull up and I can see the angst on some faces as I park and turn off my lights and start looking at the faces underneath the faces, right? And they're intense. Like they're intense. Like, okay, so this will fast forward.
So pregame, everything's going good. You're thinking, hey, the gas bags have a chance tonight.
No, I was late. I was really late. So
yeah, he was mid-game. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm late. But I'm just telling you, like, what
you hadn't seen the scoreboard yet. You're just looking at the players.
I don't even think they had a scoreboard up. But again, I'm late, but I'm middle of the action, right? I pull up, I look, I see Steve's and right, and
which that's gonna have to change. We'll talk about that. I'm like, listen, y'all. With all due respect, Benji come over there and was like, "Why are you over here?" Like, I don't really know.
Right.
Because like we had trouble fielding a few pop flies, so one gets hit to right, and I'm like, pretty routine.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, we'll get to that part. But this is why, Brian, I knew instantly what Steve's problem was. Because, Brian, I hadn't been there 27 seconds. something hot comes Steve's direction, right?
Well, it was Curran's direction. I was just
Current
helping,
right center.
I was just helping brother out.
Okay. So be it. Hot one comes in Steve's general vicinity or between Steve and Curran's general vicinity. As soon as Steve took off, this is what I said in the car. Oh, baby.
He got that.
No. Oh, babe, you pull that trigger way too fast. You better slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see it right away, Brian. You know what I'm saying?
This is the play where the hamstring got hurt.
No, or maybe, yeah. I think when you fell?
Yeah, well, it was the one where
because I saw the fall.
Yeah. That was I kind of before, but that was the one where I was like, oh my God.
Mhm.
Like as I was running, I was like, that
That's
really
when you
hurts.
first realized.
No, because here's the thing, Brian. He pulled the trigger, right? So and he reached down going full speed. And I'm like, that was a stressful motion. Yet you like I recognize and not because of him. Anybody. If I saw them make that move and make that play.
So he's charging the ball and he's about to pro hop and throw it.
Yeah,
in.
I mean, just the way he charged it and didn't do it the old man kind of let me brace my back a little bit. And
I was coming from the side too. I wasn't coming straight up. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's chasing it sideways, right? And again, I watched how fast he was going, and I'm like, you need to do like you need to take a bet, like protect your body a little more, like
slow down.
Yeah, right. No, I mean his angle was. I feel you trying to help out, but your angle, that's a hot. He was chasing
making
one.
yourself have a hard play when it.
No, it wasn't his fault. But
there was no angle. The only way to get to it was just try to straight line it.
Basically, he tried to see if he could catch it before it got all the way to Kern. Right? He was trying to catch it, so he didn't have the angle from the beginning.
So he's cutting in front of Curran to catch the ball, and Curran's backing off to take it off the bounce.
I mean, it's a grounder. It's already a grounder. But it's dragging low. So when, like I said, Steve, he was moving right, and he scoops down, and I'm like, ooh, because I was waiting for him to come up awkward because it's like you watch athletic people when they make real baseball plays. If you've done it, you know how easy you could pull your back or your hamstring when you just go full speed and try to scoop it up without slowing down at all. Like he didn't try to knock and just kind of tag it down and then come get it. No, he was going. So I'm like, ooh. And I was like wondering, like, you all right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was not.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
I was like, I pulled up just in time to see Steve get hurt.
No, but I was, like I said, I was impressed with how fast he was going. Okay, so I watched that. I watched a couple plays. Steve was right. There was some trouble fielding a couple balls. The team they were playing, they were making good contact.
They were good. They were a good team, but this wasn't last week.
Right.
Last week I was like, we could have played amazing, and there we had no shot.
Right.
This week we could have been better. We made a lot of errors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we made a lot of errors last night.
So okay, so like I said, I watched a couple innings or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It finishes up. I'm looking over there, Brian. Whoever didn't join in is missing out. They get over to the side. It's a full team thing. And when everybody look, Greer came over, like when they all, walk by the car, you know how you can just see everybody had that runner's high, like they're, they were breathing hard. They were. They got
a workout in.
And it looked like they were ready to play again. You know what I'm saying? Like they all had their attitude of like, let's go. Like it wasn't like, oh, we got crushed. And you know what I'm saying? Lighten up on Crean. Biscuit can move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I got to lighten up on everybody a little bit.
How'd Crean do?
Crean did good. I think he got on base 2 of the 3 times.
Yeah.
He put a couple out in the outfield.
Nice.
Yeah. We pinch run for Crean though. So like,
I did see that.
I mean, he knows. But anyway, so he come over to the side the one time, and I was like, "Hey, nice hit." It's like, go sit down. He's like, okay. Crean's brother was there. Ethan?
I heard he was pretty good.
He's got some pop. Yeah. I was like,
I don't think I saw him.
Listen, he got up, and you're like, oh, Crean, whatever, you're like, oh, it's another Crean, or whatever. Right. And you're like, no, it's not. No, I mean, dude, he lined up, was like, pop. I was like, oh crap.
So
Okay.
yeah, like I said, if one of these nights y'all hear about, okay, and I heard what Steve was talking about, there were some people that came out here to watch some softball.
Yeah, man.
Like you can hear, like I said, it was a couple isolated, voices. But let me say this, Brian, there's nothing funnier than watching an error in the field and a guy who's not affiliated with this team at all. It's like, oh, come on. You gotta get to that.
No, like we have fans, man. It's amazing.
Right.
Like it's amazing. Uncle Larry wrote me. I haven't wrote him back yet. So if you're listening, I was gonna write him back. He was just kind of wanting like, hey man, what's the schedule so I can come out? So I mean, it's funny though, man. Because we have, but the people that come are like supportive.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was talking to the guy last night, one of the guys, and I'm sorry I didn't get his name, but we were
Maroon.
maybe.
He was excited to see to put a face to everybody's voices.
Probably. Well,
Darn it.
Yeah, but we were chatting about like real deal.
I think the crowd's
game
only going to
chat.
get bigger for you guys as you
I
continue
think so
to talk
too.
about it on the radio.
I think
And
so
listen,
too. Because it's fun. It's a fun
could
event.
I could see people who live in that area who just want to, like, it doesn't matter who's playing. It's kind of like Dina described it earlier today. Like,
you got Marmaduke's right next door that you could grab a beer and come across the street.
I know. Listen,
I didn't even know
we
that.
had trust me, we have.
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
probably never heard of Marmaduke.
I don't indulge.
It's a hole in the wall.
I don't indulge, but trust me, we have a healthy stock under the bleachers. But you get done, you've got the shotgun races between a few guys, and and the people that come out and watch, like. I know this sound. I'm about to sound like John Moxley. Like John Moxley's just one man, or not John Moxley. God,
it is Moxon. John Moxon. Yeah.
Moxley's
Wrestler.
AEW.
Yeah, right.
But Moxie, but I'm like, dude, yeah, like, no, we just hang out, like, we're just dudes. So like people, they come out and then they stay and hang out after the game, and we all just hang out. Like it's a great time.
It
and
was.
you can cheer, you can heckle, you can give us the business. Benji, I have a blast with him over there,
Right.
man.
It really was funny to hear somebody go, "Oh, come on, you gotta get to that." Just like, right. It's just like, I look down my car, looking out my window. I'm like, who is that?
I know. And it's very accessible. Camp Taylor, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get off Watterson right off Poplar.
I've played
level.
it at Camp Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're right off Poplar.
That's why I'm familiar with Marmaduke's. You should check it out. It's literally a bar that still has box TVs and like everything's like $1.25.
Well, I'm assuming it's the place I pulled up for game one, and two guys walked out, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm playing some softball." I was like, "Yeah."
You go in and you feel like you're in the 1970s.
It's like, yeah, that's why I got a glove.
All in all,
Great night.
it was a great experience. I'm glad
It
I
is
went.
fun.
I would encourage it. And again, the guy, I can't think of his name either. Sorry about that. He says he listens to the show all the time. He said, "I remember you playing," but he said, "Yeah, I got to see, Steve," and he was like, "This is what he said." He said, "I thought Process would be bigger, and I thought Patty Ice would be smaller." That's kind of stuck out of my brain. I kind of thought about it. I was like, okay.
I think people would be shocked if they saw me too.
He said too. I just want to give him a shout out in case he is listening. He did say this was the first time in 35 years that he didn't have a kid or a grandkid playing some baseball or softball, whatever. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
35 years.
So now he's got
of
us.
straight summer. Right. Now he's going to watch y'all improve game to game.
Yeah. So we appreciate it.
All in all, that was a fun one. We're going to take it at 42, right? So I'll tell you what, just to stay on pace, we'll take a quick
46,
commercial break. 46. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll get into some real stuff. Middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
Louisville baseball plays on ESPN Louisville.
Zarate is back. At the track, he leaps. That ball is gone.
As the Cards hope to make another trip to Omaha.
Hello again, everybody. Sean Moth. Final week into the regular season for the Cards begins tonight as the Cards host Miami. You can hear all of the Ellison Bodenhausen Orthopedics coverage beginning at 5:50 right here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
If it's Louisville baseball, it plays here on ESPN Louisville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
It's playoff basketball time. Big stakes, bigger promotions. And DraftKings Sportsbook is giving you a chance to lower the over-under on a featured playoff game. All players who place a bet on the featured basketball game will have a hand in lowering the over-under on the game. For every 1,500 players who bet the over on the select game, the over-under will drop by 1 point. And as the line lowers, the odds remain at even money. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code WLCL when you sign up to hammer the over. For every 1,500 people that bet the over in the featured game, the line will decrease by 1 point. Hammer the over and improve your odds of doubling your money. That's code WLCL for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Indiana only. Restrictions apply. Max $25 wager, one per customer. Offer ends 5/23/21. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
If you're going to ask her to spend the rest of her life with you, shouldn't you give her a diamond worthy of your journey together?
No one works harder selecting diamonds from the finest cutters around the world than my dad.
Thanks, Ashley. Well, I love finding those rare diamonds of exceptional brilliance and value in every size, shape, and price range for every couple.
And quality diamonds have been at the heart of Davis Jewelers for over 90 years now.
Today, we're Louisville's largest fine jeweler.
With 3 to 4 times the selection of diamonds, engagement rings, and wedding bands you'll find in average stores.
Where you get a lifetime quality guarantee.
A lifetime diamond upgrade guarantee.
And a 30-day money-back price and total satisfaction guarantee.
And no regrets.
Give her a diamond worthy of her.
Because love, it's what we do.
Davis Jewelers, Louisville's largest fine jeweler. From anywhere in Kentuckiana, we're at Forest Green Boulevard, just off North Hurstbourne Parkway, and at davisjewelers.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Hi again, Brian Wiegand with Century Mortgage, a division of Bay Equity Home Loans. As many of you know right now, buying and selling in this market is extremely competitive. There's no better time to get ready. Being pre-approved can make the difference. It's a great time to call Century Mortgage or visit centurymortgage.com. Kentuckiana's premier mortgage lender. Century Mortgage, a division of Bay Equity Home Loans. We are here to get you home.
Century Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 76988.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
No. You saw us both laughing extremely hard. So, Brian, I'm going to ask you this question. But before I ask you this question, I'm going to open it up to the callers. Feel free to jump on this one quick, y'all. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. You can answer this one as fast as you can, or if you have to think about it, take your time. But feel free to jump in. Like I said, you can have the numbers already dialed. Just waiting to hit the last number to jump in on this one. Steve asked me a question. I want the quick answer out of you, though, Brian. More disrespectful dunk. Pippen over Ewing or Shaq over Chris Dudley?
Ooh. I'm going to say Pippen over Ewing. I grew up as a Bulls fan, so I still can vividly see that dunk where he comes to baseline and he just comes over top of him. But you got to say that, you know, when Shaq dunks on somebody, it's pretty that guy might not wake up the next day.
Yeah, it's weird because, man, just the shove for Shaq. Like, I think the Pippen dunk was better, but the shove for Shaq at the end, man, was just, and like I was telling you, man, it's just like the way Dudley was just like, I got to throw something. Just give me the ball right now.
Listen, I'm so glad Chris Dudley threw that ball.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it hit Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad it hit Shaq.
Yeah.
Because if that ball misses Shaq, I'm like, oh, Dudley. Because then it looks like you missed on purpose.
I know.
That was a pretty long range hit, though, too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and if people don't know, when you hurl a basketball, it knuckles, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like you have to spin a ball to cut through the air so it won't knuckle a lot of times. But when you just cock back and hurl it,
it's hard to just one hand throw a basketball.
Right,
I agree
with accuracy. It like I said, it will knuckle away, it will spin off.
Of course, he didn't exactly charge Shaq. Just said F you and walk to the bench.
Did he get what happened? Did he get just a technical?
You imagine if he did it to Larry Johnson? Like if Shaq had dunked and pushed Larry Johnson.
I think it would have happened the same way.
I don't know. I don't think Larry Johnson would have just been like, oh, okay.
No, I don't think Larry Johnson would have done anything.
I think he'd just been like, no, take it.
Oh, he got it. I'm telling you, this is prime Shaq we're talking about, Steve.
Oh, I know, man.
Prime Shaq.
That is true.
And Shaq, he's smacked some people before. Like,
oh yeah.
You know,
who did he punch from the Bulls?
I don't remember.
He just punched dude for Hack a Shaq. It's like, dude, all right.
Listen, I know Shaq got a couple of
Pippen, Ewing, Hall of Famer,
Well,
Hall
Shaq
of Famer.
has the push, and then Dudley throws the ball, but Pippen actually pushes Ewing and then kind of stands over him. For a second.
Pippen was totally disrespectful.
Walks over
the
top.
standing, that extra second that he stood over Ewing's head area, probably it edges that out.
I agree. I think it's Pippen. I mean, that was just insane.
But the way Shaq, okay, I know you did this when you were young. I know Brian did this. When y'all lowered the goals, right? When you lowered the goals. Maybe y'all did this on the monkey bars as well.
The gorilla goals, yeah.
You know, like on the playground, you know, the what is it? Yeah, the monkey bars, whatever.
Yeah.
So y'all know how disrespectful that game was. Like if somebody was walking under a door, you would just jump up and just dunk on them, right? And when you had something to hang on to, you would like wrap your legs around them just to like and then y'all got to remember Shaq did that and he knew what he was doing, and Dudley kind of caught both legs.
I know,
but then realized Shaq was too heavy to catch, you know, and Dudley was like trying to almost do the right thing, right?
Yeah, man.
And keep Shaq from falling, but then he realized he was so heavy, and then Shaq was so it's almost like because Dudley kind of tried to catch him gentlemanly, gentlemanlike, and Shaq is just like, get off me. You know?
I know. Well, okay, so how about this? Since we're kind of at this point, we're kind of pushing off the serious or the more today conversations.
Keep in mind we got an update in about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So Jason, we'll get you after brother the update.
So most disrespectful dunk in Louisville history. And don't say Derek Anderson. I meant for us. Piss me off with Derek Anderson.
Russ Smith.
Because I knew that's where everybody, as soon as I said that, I knew it was probably 150 people were like, oh, Derek Anderson. Like, yeah, no, I know. I'm talking about for us. Russ on Randall was good.
I'm pretty sure that would have to be
the one at Rupp was dirty.
What about Blackshear's done?
Somebody says Kyle Couric. Blackshear on Duke.
Yeah, it was in the tournament.
Oh, okay. I know which one you're talking about.
You want to grab
4, I think.
You want to grab them and put them on hold?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about disrespectful.
The Shane dunk against DePaul. Yeah, there's a few sets Kirk. I mean, that one was pretty tough.
Kirk was good.
Yeah. Somebody said Shane on DePaul. I mean, he did. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 338. You win. 974. You win. Earl Clark on Herringone.
Oh, I knew you'd think that.
That's definitely the winner, right?
That's Shane Bohannon and DePaul.
Oh man, I want the OG.
Jesus.
I need the OG. Hey, Earl
we did
Clark.
have a guy call in, says, what about the Sean Kemp dunk on Alton Lister?
Well, yeah.
That was more the point though.
Yeah.
Not the dunk.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Well, Brian, we'll set you up to get ready.
Somebody said any trust. Yeah, a lot of Earl Clark now. Yeah, dude, Earl Clark on Herringone, I think might be my number one. I'd need an OG to argue me off that one. Like
Trez's dunk.
Yeah,
no, like you said, OG.
It's not real disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, it was like iconic.
Sam's might have one.
That's what I was saying. Like, I mean, I need somebody that wants to battle me off.
I can't believe my McGlure dunk wasn't on TV, man. Golly,
I know
that was good. That would have went down in history, y'all.
That would be in the top 10. I think that would be in the top 10
if we got that.
All time.
Oh God,
I think that's the top 10 all time.
Oh my God. Oh
no, I think that one's
I
top
was
10.
Sick.
Sims on Texas,
but he didn't get somebody in particular.
I know. That's why I'm thinking.
An update.
Yeah. So, what do we got? Are we ready? We're just cutting off. All right, we're doing a PGA update now.
We're supposed to be.
Maybe.
But apparently it's not set up for Westwood 1 to be coming through. I'm going to have to text Andy.
Well, Andy said they begin in the 11 o'clock hour.
Okay,
today.
so we'll do it next hour.
Yeah. That's what the email says.
Well,
you're good.
Well, let's get to the phone lines.
All right.
Jason, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, my man.
Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Hey,
I
no
just
problem.
went
No
back
problem.
and watched both of those videos on the dunks you were talking about, and when Ewing was falling down, Tippin was going to push him if he wasn't going to fall down, and then teabagged him to put insult to injury. To me, hands down, that beat the piss out of the Shaq dunk. I'm gonna hang up and let you guys take care.
I think I'm settling with Jason though.
Here's a problem. Today around the internet, they've been showing Pippen talking about it. The Ewing dunk.
Yep. That's where I saw it.
And when he's talking about it, he says, I didn't even push Ewing. He was already falling.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, he was mad about a play earlier that he didn't get a foul call.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm listening to his interview. He's mad that he didn't get a foul call. It was transition. He had a full head of steam. Patrick Ewing was already falling down. And then he said he thought Patrick Ewing was just going to try to grab him. And then he was just going to knock his hand off of him so he couldn't grab him. Right. So he was just kind of admitting that it looked a lot worse than it was. So I was trying to figure out, was he just trying to be nice to Ewing?
Right.
Just the OG, or it's like, look, because part of me said, see, Pippen, that's why they don't give you the respect that you deserve. Because those little answers, like, you need to be like, no, I was going to make sure that I went through the rim on Ewing because I was sick of the New York Knicks and I was sick of Spike Lee.
I
so
know.
I wanted like Pippen, that's why they'll show you the kind of love you deserve.
I know.
Man.
Lorenzo Wade, he missed a few. You're right. That would have been insane.
No, those don't count. No near misses count.
I know.
I hate rim checks. No. Stop doing that. You weren't going to dunk it. Stop acting like you were going to dunk it.
I don't know, man. Lorenzo Wade was. He can fly.
Yeah, I don't give credit.
So I said LeBradford Smith.
The Mount. Yeah, the Mount. Yeah, Mount.
Yeah. So most disrespectful dunk on Louisville. That's not Derek Anderson.
There is no.
I know. That's why I said I'm not counting that one.
I don't know, man. I didn't have some of my boys get punched.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think.
I want to leave my guys.
I'm trying to think. Most disrespectful dunk on Louisville. That's not Derek Anderson. Because, like I said, I think everybody immediately just goes to that one because it was like, oh God.
It was nice.
I know. And the pitcher, he's sideways. I don't even know how he did it. I'm trying to think.
It's a perfect picture.
I feel like we've been. Oh, Bam.
Oh,
yeah, Bam on. Yeah, he Dudley'd on us.
Bam over Honest.
Yeah, Bam over.
Actually,
Honest.
that Bam over Honest was better than Derek Anderson. I'm gonna just move down to this.
Look, FSU.
Look,
catching Jordan. That was pretty bad.
Oh no! That was just the end of a run. That was just the end of a run.
But Jordan still tried.
It was listen. It was just the timing, how they closed out a game. That's all that was. The energy made that one feel so much worse than it was.
Yeah.
You go back and look at that one.
Kenyon Martin. Did Kenyon Martin dunk on Louisville?
I'm sure he did. Some point or another.
Kenyons don't count.
We're just
his don't count.
Okay, Derek Anderson's don't count. Kenyon Martin's don't count. We're like, okay, yeah. I would say Bam over Honest would be mine.
I know Samaki then got. I swear Samaki got that. So
yeah.
Blake Griffin didn't dunk on us when we played them in the tournament, did he?
No, I don't think he did anything. We beat them by 50.
I thought we shut him down.
Yeah. Kenyon Martin on Joseph Msima. That's what Rashawn said. Rashawn Myers said.
No, they weren't. They didn't overlap. They didn't overlap.
Kenyon? Are you sure?
Kenyon Martin, Joseph Msima.
Yeah.
Rashawn, Kenyon Martin was way gone before Joseph.
Are you sure? Kenyon Martin was. Wait a minute. No, Kenyon Martin was 2000. Right?
Joseph Msima, Steve.
Yeah.
Was who they brought in my senior year to save my inside, the inside play of the Louisville Cardinals.
Oh, so you missed. They missed by 1 year. Well, good for Kenyon.
No, 2.
Good for Kenyon.
Kenyon Martin was there my first 2 years.
Good for Kenyon Martin. Because
Joseph was on the way.
if he had, yeah.
No, Kenyon was here my first 2 years.
Did you ever get dunked on at Louisville?
If I got dunked on at Louisville, you would know about it by now, Steve. Trust me.
Right, so I got
Malik Williams on Duke.
Kenyon Martin's last year was the 99-2000 season.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nsima's first season with Louisville was the 2000-2001 season. So they were 1 year off.
Okay, so they just missed by a year.
Kenyon Martin wasn't there 3 of my years.
Martin was there till 2000. He went in the 2000 draft.
His last year was 99-2000. He started in 96-97.
That's what I'm saying. And
maybe he Men in Black too while he was up in the air that one time.
That was a nice picture.
That's an amazing picture. They had didn't somebody tweet out like 2 and both times
They said it's in the Cincinnati airport
and
at
it
the
was
bar.
you.
Yeah.
But there was like 2 different ones.
Yeah.
You know what I felt like? Have you ever saw the Wedding Crashers? You know where they're playing football and Owen Wilson's like, every time I turn around, you're laying on the ground. Like, that's what I felt like because people kept sending me these pictures and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's Marcus again.
I would know if I played.
Like, did he do nothing but throw floaters up when he saw Kenyon Martin?
He'll make you do that.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
I would know if he was there 2 years.
It was like people last night was like, who was it? They were like, oh, he almost got LeBron. I'm like, no, he missed because LeBron was coming after it.
Oh, Draymond?
No, it was somebody went baseline and they were going to punch, right? So LeBron takes off in the free throw line. He goes up and hits the glass. Like, I mean, he was going for it, but he missed it. And dude, and dude throws the ball
Like
over the
Sam?
rim. Yeah, like Sam dunked it. He just dunked it on the other side of the rim. And I'm like, and
I
they're
was
like,
mad at Sam.
well, and here's the problem. Everybody was immediately like, oh man, he almost got LeBron. I'm like, no, he dunked it on the other side of the rim because LeBron. What are you talking about? He almost got LeBron. Like, no, he saw LeBron coming and was like, oh my God. It's like, no.
Brian Hawk, can you look up my 4 years real quick?
Fair enough.
And compare him to Kenyon Martin's 4 years.
Russ Smith on Julius Randle.
That was nice.
Any VJ King dunk was disrespectful because he never scored. Jesus.
Can I is it too early to put Jalen Withers on Duke?
Somebody said Malik on Duke. We do forget that one. That's up there. I mean, I know it's kind of a
All right,
game
how do you
ender,
want me to
but
read this here.
let's set the white people back. My
Going
bad,
points,
fellas. Oh, it was
rebounds.
Alex Sanders. Rashawn said it was Kenyon Martin on Alex Sanders.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So, should we start with Kenyon Martin or you?
You can just either one. Just name one.
All right. So Kenyon Martin's freshman year, he only played about 10 minutes a game.
No, I just want the years. I just want the years he was there.
Okay. So Kenyon Martin was 96 to 2000. I mean, technically 99 0,000.
Yeah. 0,000.
Yeah, well, you knew what I meant. And then Marcus
From
was
98 to
your first season was 97, 98, and your last season was 2000, 2001.
So y'all just missed by a year. He was there a year earlier. You left a year later. We'll stop the comparison there.
You want to take that last call before we get out of here? On the hour.
So he punched on Alex Sanders. Was it some kind of dirty?
No, but it's one of those
I was
things.
gonna say, because Rashawn knows his stuff pretty well. I didn't think you'd miss that.
Yeah, no, I listen. I would know
UK Vince.
Martin got a hold of Joseph and listen, I don't remember a lot of things.
You kicked the door right in. This is what the crap I'm trying to tell y'all.
Right.
Ken Harbison weighs in. He said Donovan Mitchell's dunk when he took the ball out of the guy's hands in midair.
Oh yeah, Donovan had a few. Donovan's though, a lot of his were just
good athletic.
Yeah,
dunks.
yeah.
Let me hit the UK Vince. UK Vince, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, what's up, man? I just want to interject one, but I want to talk about a play that I'll never forget that Louisville did against Kentucky. Hamidou Diallo going baseline over Mahmoud. Do you remember that one? First year of the pageant.
Yeah,
pissed
they
me
were
off.
just totally. He went baseline. I think that was a big dunk. But the best play that I can ever remember seeing. I mean, in the series of UK U of L. Forgive me. I forgot the guy's name. When he just had made Bam Adebayo just dance at the free throw line and shot past him. I've never seen a guy get crossed up. That was the year that you told me, no way a freshman comes into Louisville and shows up this guy, and he played the game of his life. Forgive me, I forgot his name.
Quentin
but he
Snyder.
absolutely just, yes,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Just absolutely just made Bam Adebayo just dance at the free throw line and shot past him. That's the best performance that I can remember seeing. But I just wanted to interject that. Thank you for taking my call.
Appreciate the call.
I'll tell you what, man.
Hey guys, it's Andy Sweeney here. When it was time to expand our offices and studios at ESPN Louisville, guys, the choice was easy. Realm Construction. Find them online today, realmconstruction.com. They're family owned and have been serving the Louisville area now for 60 years. Owners Rich Banks and Bill Receiver could not have been easier to work with. Their knowledge, professionalism, and attention to detail were absolutely top-notch. Bottom line, Realm Construction did everything they said they would do and more. Realm Construction specializes in commercial general contracting. You've probably seen their work at 4th Street Live, as well as many healthcare facilities around the area. For their full portfolio, visit realmconstruction.com. We trusted Realm Construction for our expansion, and you should too. For your next project, use Realm Construction. Online at realmconstruction.com or give them a call, 581-9191.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. The Sports Center update brought to you by Wing Zone. Try the ESPN Louisville special, 10 boneless wings, wedges, and a drink for $9.39. Yesterday, former University of Louisville forward Quinn Slazinski announced that he will be transferring to Iona and play for Rick Pitino next season. He averaged 6.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, and a half assist a game for the Cards. He will have 3 years of eligibility remaining with Iona. Sticking with the University of Louisville basketball team, as news continues to unfold on the Dino Gaudio situation, SI's Pat Forty joined our very own Andy Sweeney on the take yesterday and had some thoughts.
You know, I don't know whether there's enough information about the nature of the conversation, who all was party to it, and what exactly was said. And it may be that Louisville felt like that was their only alternative, or was their best alternative, the most upfront alternative. We've been threatened, we have to go to the authorities. You know, I think that's a different approach than a lot of other athletic administrators would have taken. And that includes many who would have just said, pay him off and make this go away, which I don't think would have been the right solution either.
You can catch that full interview on ESPN Louisville SoundCloud page or at ESPNLouisville.com. Moving on to Major League Baseball news, the Cincinnati Reds fell to 19-22 on the year with a 4-0 loss to the San Francisco Giants last night. Not much was going well for the Reds, but Nick Castellanos led the way for them, going 1 for 3 with 1 base on balls. The Reds will look to rebound when they again take on the San Francisco Giants today at 12:35. Also in Reds news, they placed infielder Mike Moustakas on a 10-day IL with a right heel contusion and recalled infielder Max Chirac. In minor league baseball news, the Louisville Bats were in action last night as they fell 6-5 to the Memphis Redbirds. They now sit at 4-9 on the year. And they'll look to rebound today when they again take on the Memphis Redbirds at 7:45. Also in baseball news, the 27-18 Louisville baseball team will be back in action tonight as they kick off their last series of the regular season against Miami at Jim Patterson Stadium. First pitch for tonight's game is set for 6 o'clock. We'll have coverage for you right here on 93.9 The Ville starting around 5:50. Moving on to soccer news, Louisville City FC announced the signing of Kyle Gregg yesterday. He has more than 50 goals to his name, as he will be joining the club before their next game on Saturday when they take on the San Diego Loyal at 7:30. Moving on to NBA news, the NBA playoffs continue to roll along as last night the Memphis Grizzlies beat the San Antonio Spurs 100-96. That was the play-in game in the Western Conference. And then the 7-8 matchup was between the Lakers and Warriors, with the Lakers winning 103-100. ESPN Louisville's your exclusive home for the NBA playoffs and the finals, and they will continue to roll along tonight as the Pacers will travel to Washington to take on the Wizards at 7:30. We'll have that coverage for you on ESPN 680. And last but certainly not least, just a reminder that the PGA Championship continues to roll along in Kiowa Island. And we'll be having updates for you every hour, either on the 16 or the 46. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
Luke Hancock here on behalf of Twin Spires Sportsbook. Twin Spires just launched their new sportsbook app right across the river in Indiana, and they're offering new players their best offer yet with a risk-free bet of up to $1,000. Just sign up using promo code FREE1000, and you can bet with the Kentucky Derby of online sportsbooks as soon as you and your GPS cross over the bridge.
Void where prohibited. For terms and conditions, visit www.twinspires.com. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Indiana to bet. For help with gambling problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Hey, it's Jeff Greer. Join Casey Whitfield and me Saturday night as Louisville City FC is back in action at Lynn Family Stadium. The boys in purple host the San Diego Loyal, coached by former U.S. national team star Landon Donovan, and making their first trip to the Derby City. Pre-game coverage begins at 7:15 with kickoff at 7:30, and it's all right here on all ESPN Louisville stations and the ESPN Louisville app.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noises, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Right now, when you buy a full Train system, receive an extended 10-year part and labor warranty and 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a Train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval.
Make your life better with a new job at UPS. Join Team Louisville as a warehouse worker and be part of an industry-leading organization that believes in promoting from within. Earn up to $26.50 to $31.50 per hour after bonus for the night shift. And you might even be eligible for a program that helps you graduate college debt-free. Enjoy an active job with big-time growth opportunities at UPS. Search and apply now at upsjobs.com/Louisville. That's upsjobs.com/Louisville.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
The odds remain even money. That's right. You can double your money Hammering the over. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable, so you can deposit and withdraw your funds at your convenience. So what do we want you to do? Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code WLCL when you sign up to hammer the over. Is Coach still on the line? Okay, he's still there. For every 1,500 people that bet the over on the featured game, the line will decrease by 1 point. Yes, this is your chance to improve the odds of hitting the over. So tell your friends and family. This is a team effort. Hammer the over and improve your odds of doubling your money. That's promo code WLCL for a limited time only. DraftKings Sportsbook must be 21 or older. Indiana only. Restrictions apply. Max $25 wager. One per customer. Offer ends 5/23/21. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you develop a gambling problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Coach Davenport, thanks for joining us today on 93.9. What is going on, Coach?
Marcus, I got to be the luckiest guy ever. I'm on the air with you and Steve. Steve, don't be linking me to a gambling street. Don't do that.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, no, Coach.
Only like twice you said, Coach Davenport's on the line. Don't do that.
I know. I'm like, look, gambling. Like, I couldn't have done anything worse except did a non-compliance read or something. And like, and we got Coach Davenport. All right, welcome in. I know. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Marcus, I appreciate you, man. I just got off the phone talking to Reese Gaines. Now I'm talking to Marcus Maiden. Give me that backcourt, man, and we'll go play anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Coach, did you do that on purpose?
No, Reese just called me.
No, here's the problem, Coach. I have this co-host who is just like his favorite person on the planet is Reese Gaines.
Yeah, probably favorite player.
He's never gotten to meet Reese Gaines. He's never gotten to talk with Reese Gaines.
Went out of town, Coach, and guess who come in? Reese Gaines. Well, yeah, so that's good.
It sounds like a man crush.
Right. That's exactly what
A
it
little
is,
bit.
Coach.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so Reese is doing good. Reese is doing good, of course.
Yeah. We talked. We talked basketball, man. When you look at Reese from Madison, Wisconsin to Louisville, to Coach Crum, to Coach Pitino, to being a lottery pick, to NBA, to Europe, to coaching at Bellarmine, coach at Eastern, coach with the Spurs, his view is quite broad. It really is quite.
I did see him kind of adjusting, and like I noticed, the older he got, the more he'd like to talk about the details, and his, you could see his appreciation for all the details of basketball just grow year after year every time I talk to him.
Well, one of the things we talked about, Marcus, and I'm gonna bare my soul a little bit about me. When Reese quit playing, he went to Coach Pitino, and their staff was so deep and just numbers. And
right.
He said, honestly, you ought to go to Scotty. He said, you're going to really get a lot more out of it. You go to him. And Coach called me, said, hey, Scotty, I just told Reese to call you, man. He's going to call you. I said, well, thanks. And Reese walked in here, and I said, well, Reese, we'll do it. He needed 6 hours. I said, you're going to go get your degree this semester, or we're not going to do it. And he did. Got him right away.
That's awesome.
And then when he came here, and Coach Pitino, to this day, laughs at me. Because I said, Reese, this is Division II basketball. Here, you're not going to just be a recruiter. If you're going to be a basketball coach, and if I put the laundry from the washer to the dryer, you can't do it. And if I'm breaking down an underneath out of bounds play, you can break down the side out of bounds play.
Right.
You can too. You're going to be a basketball coach.
Right.
You're not just, you're going to recruit. We're all going to recruit.
Right. No. Okay. Well, Coach, speaking of teaching the game, a little bit of teaching going on in Bellarmine.
Oh, it is. Honestly, Marcus, our players come back on June the 6th, a Sunday. We start basketball camp. That's what you're referring to.
Yep.
We'll have 5 weeks starting June 7th. We have 3 weeks in June. Then 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of July, we'll be recruiting every week. But here's my point. For me, Reese, Reese and I are talking about this. It's such a great time. We're allowed 8 hours of accountable athletic-related activity we got designated 8 weeks.
Right.
And that can be on the court, in the weight room, for each, conditioning, et cetera. But you know what, Marcus? It's pure. I'm not rehashing the last game. We're not going about that next opponent. It's pure make you and this group the best they can be. And what I think it's incredible coaching during that time.
Let me ask you this, Coach. When you delegate those things, what is your pie chart as far as off season? Is it do you get more out of the individual, focus? Do you get more out of the changing of your body? Like what's your kind of your just general pie chart?
You just hit those will be the big division. Now, what we try to encourage is when they are playing, and this is what internal leadership's all about. Then when they're playing without us, it's got to mimic like we're there.
Uh-huh.
And that's the key. I mean, they're going to play pickup games, Marcus. You played them. I mean, you might be the greatest I've ever seen.
Well,
but it must mimic the way you're going to play in the season, or that would be like studying math to take an English test. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, I did a lot of stupid summer style basketball, but it's so much funner, Coach.
But see that then you're really practicing the way you're going to play both ends of the court, and now you're enhancing your learning. But it's their bodies are a key. But we've been doing this since the 1 week after the season ended, and then with this 8 weeks. But Marcus, when we bring up basketball camp, they can't wait to get back. Like we had a Zoom and I got off the Zoom and they just stayed on or just cutting it up with each other. And they're just, but here's why. 6:30 to 8:30 over that 8 weeks, they'll be in the weight room and on the court. 8:30 to 9 breakfast. During the camp weeks, 9 to 4 camp. That's boys 7 to 12 years old. And then 4 to 6 back on the court. That's their 11.5 hour day. That's it. So if Marcus Maven needs to block out better, in other words, from a fundamental standpoint, he needs to go make contact with the offensive player, not let the offensive player come to him.
Right.
Like he needs to fundamentally be better. What do you think you're going to teach during camp, Marcus?
Definitely blocking out.
That's right. Because if I'm going to teach these kids, man, I better know how to do it myself. That's right.
Coach, it almost feels like sometimes there's added pressure. Like you don't think about it, but these kids will ask you, "Why don't you play more?" They're brutally honest, and you're like, "Well, I probably need to start blocking out a little better."
Thank you, Marcus. Marcus, my undergrad degree was in psychology.
so you get that picture that I'm painting too. It's like the added pressure from having to perform for these kids the right way.
Oh, I've got a guy that doesn't finish well at the rim. He's going to teach inside offensive moves.
Right.
Because if I'm going to teach them, I better know what I'm teaching.
Okay, Coach. I just wanted to make sure you give out where everybody can sign up for the camps and all that good stuff too. So before I forget,
Marcus, our staff, Doug and Bo and Al and Scooter. Now all you've got to do is BellarmineBasketballCamp.com and you're in. Now you notice I named all 4 of them. You think I came up with all that BellarmineBasketball.com myself?
Look! You hire good people around you, Coach.
No, it's BellarmineBasketballCamp.com. 3 weeks in June, 2 in July. We've got discounts for teams, families, groups. Because these young 7 to 12-year-olds now, man, they need this. And if we can get 3 or 4 off a team or a 10 off a team, let them come in. They have been deprived and they miss so much. Let's go. We're all vaccinated. We met with the health department in April. Nick Hart, one of their top guys. We're ready to go. We're ready to go.
Well, let me ask you this, Coach. I know we like to do macro moments. You know, I guess you and I are as bad as anybody about it. This time last year, did you feel like you would be at this point this year?
You mean from our transition to Division One, or
both? Losing the year to transition, because again, talking to you last year around this time, and trying to get prepared for a season, you had 1,001 things changing every single day. Are you feeling like some kind of calm? Because things are more predictable now, or kind of like, how's your plan? How do you feel like you executed your plan?
Okay, so let's make one of the most difficult transitions in all of sports, go Division II to Division I. Oh, yeah, let's do that during a worldwide pandemic, too. I mean, just add that to it. They were not able to come back. And to compare this year, again, I said they're going to be here June the 6th. They were not able to come here till July the 5th last year. Our first meeting ever last year was in the front parking lot of Knights Hall. And we're all spread out all over the parking lot. I'm literally having to yell. And they're getting in their cars, and we had to motorcade out to be tested. And then they had to lock down, so those come back. And then with what we were limited to, we literally had 3 weeks.
Mm.
And then they get back on campus, and they're going to be doing virtual classes. But we're trying to make a transition into Division I. We're going to open up the 10th of November at UCLA. Well, we all know the status of California back last November.
Right.
So then that transferred, and now we'll open up at Duke. But their perseverance, if you just fast forward, through the course of that journey, and all of a sudden, the last Saturday of the conference, we're playing on national TV for the conference championship in Freedom Hall. And there's not a ticket to be held. And I know we were cut back to 2,700, and there was people walking away who've been turned away. And you know me, I think everybody should be allowed in, but I'm upset that maybe a fan got mad.
Right.
And I was told, no. You know what they were saying when they were turned away? They were arguing, I told you we should have got the tickets early.
That's look, it's disappointing, but at the same time, you can take this solace, and at least they wanted to be here.
And then they go into the college invitational, the college basketball invitational, the CBI, to go to Daytona and play. That whole journey, when I look back, and then they're so eager to get back here now. It's one I'll never forget. I will never forget.
Oh,
never.
Okay, Coach.
Go ahead.
Am
I looking forward to being different? Yes. To answer your question, yes.
Okay, well, one more before I get you out of here. You can give me the short version, or you can punt on this question. One piece of advice that you'd give Quinn Sislinski.
Get in shape.
Okay, Coach. Get one more time. Bellarmine. Give it.
Basketballcamp.com. BellarmineBasketballCamp.com.
BellarmineBasketballCamp.com. Get back to it. I'm sure you're going 1,000 miles an hour. I appreciate you taking the time to call on in, Coach.
Steve, Marcus, y'all are the best. Thank you both. Y'all stay healthy and stay safe, partner. Absolutely. Let me know if I can do anything.
For sure.
Thanks, Coach.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Coach Scott Davenport of the Bellarmine Knights, just get in shape.
Get in shape.
Well, we're going to have a little bit of that conversation.
Get in shape, young fella.
Let's take our last commercial break, Steve. When we come back, I want to know what you think is going to happen. How's this going to play out?
Well, and I think people might be surprised. I don't know if they'll be surprised or not, but I'm ready to have this conversation.
Middays with Marcus Maven on 939 The Ville.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. You pay just $30 for a month's supply. And right now, get your first online doctor's visit totally free. 4hims.com/radio. That's right. Free, zero copay, no expensive appointments, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. Hims connects you to doctors online who can evaluate you and, if appropriate, prescribe your ED medication. And a pharmacy sends it right to your door. Hims makes it affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/radio. That's forhims.com/radio for your free online visit. forhims.com/radio.
Hoping to win a few bucks and looking for big winners in baseball or the NBA this weekend? Then tune into The Fine Line with Joe Wiz. Get parlays, teasers, totals, and expert opinion from Joe Wiz. That's The Fine Line with Joe Wiz this weekend.
Listen Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11, right here on ESPN Louisville. Presented by BetRivers.com, Indiana's hometown sportsbook.
Louisville baseball plays on ESPN Louisville.
Zarate is back at the track. He leaps. That ball is gone.
As the Cards hope to make another trip to Omaha.
Hello again, everybody. Sean Moth. Final week into the regular season for the Cards begins tonight as the Cards host Miami. You can hear all of the Ellison Bodenhausen Orthopedics coverage beginning at 5:50 right here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
If it's Louisville baseball, it plays here on ESPN Louisville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Hey everybody, Steve Rummich here. And if you have listened to 93.9 The Ville over the last few months, you know I've reminded you of 3 simple words. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of RE/MAX Alliance, and with the spring market heating up, he wants to make your home buying or selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to $5,000 seller credit by mentioning you heard it right here. So don't wait any longer and contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or joshjarbo@remax.net.
Luke Hancock here on behalf of Twin Spire Sportsbook. Twin Spires just launched their new sportsbook app right across the river in Indiana, and they're offering new players their best offer yet with a risk-free bet of up to $1,000. Just sign up using promo code FREE1000, and you can bet with the Kentucky Derby of online sportsbooks as soon as you and your GPS cross over the bridge.
Void where prohibited. For terms and conditions, visit www.twinspires.com. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Indiana to bet. For help with gambling problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Injured in a car accident? Visit SueDistractedDriver.com.
Kentucky is leading the way in delivering saving vaccines to the world, and it's all thanks to our central location, major highways, and world-class logistics industry, which also drives our economy. But it's been a long winter, and our roads are crumbling, becoming dangerous for our families and workers. We need Frankfurt to act now and pass House Bill 561 to save our roads. If they don't, it'll be... Call your state legislators at 1-800-372-7181 and tell them to pass House Bill 561. This ad paid for by the Kentucky Infrastructure Coalition.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 Pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
People-friendly equipment, technology, and service for all of your print communication needs. Look no further.
Just Whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Copy, scan, fax, send, or mail. Your unduplicated professionals can simplify the process with world-class network business machines from Ricoh and Savin. High-quality office equipment solutions and services, and the fairest possible price always for you. That's our commitment.
For today and tomorrow.
And our commitment continues from our commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the 7110 Ricoh graphic print system, providing superior color output to include spot varnish options. Duplicator sales, Derby City Litho. Corporate mailing systems, Ricoh and Savin.
Just Whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Phone 589-5555. Online at duplicatorsales.net. 831 East Broadway in Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown and Lexington.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Get that real quick, Steve.
Well, that was such a good transition.
I screwed it up,
but it's okay. We'll get back.
You were
to
late.
It. No, I know that's fair. This is my fault. But I can't let it go back, and or I can't let it go by without saying thanks to Adam and his staff for dropping off Wing Zone Catering to the ESPN Louisville studios. Try the ESPN Louisville special 10 boneless wings, wedges, and a drink for $9.39.
Yes.
Just mention ESPN Louisville. That's good 7 days a week. Or try the $9 lunch specials. I tell you all the time. I'm telling you, if you took $10 in there, you got 10 boneless Parmesan garlic wings, wedges, and a drink. You would get full $9.39. Man, that's awesome. 2 locations, Hikes Point and the Poplar Level Road at Quarry Center. Am I saying that right, Brian? That's your neck of the world. Oh, sorry. You're fine.
Brian's caught up. Okay, New York State of Mind, Steve.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Quinn Slazinski.
Callers 8150-939 is the number. Texters 3831-939. Quinn Slazinski chooses Iona. What is your first reaction? What's that group? Get out, Stephen. What's your first reaction, Steve?
Just look important. I don't know. I don't know who you are, but you looked important. First reaction, tremendous choice from Quinn Slazinski.
Really?
Yeah, tremendous. Oh, ooh, something tells me they're. Something tells me they're okay. But no, just tremendous tremendous choice. I told you I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I don't even know why I said I'm not going to do it because that's immediately what I'm going to do.
Because you knew if you didn't do it, I was going to.
Yeah.
You saw the look in my face. I'm like, okay, if you don't want to, don't.
I love for one, I really like Quinn. So
yeah, we wanted Quinn.
I'm going to root for him if he goes to Houston, which he posted like some on his Instagram, and he was at Houston last week. So I was like, oh, he's probably gonna go to Houston. I was like, well, whatever, this is a place I can keep up with him. I can cheer for him. He's very well liked amongst his peers. But I know why he's not here. And it's fair with playing time and with how things were going, Right. So the reason I say it's great for him up there. Do I think he's a little slow to play for Rick? Yes. Now here's where I go. Do I think there's not a player on planet Earth? And this is why I thought Aiden should have thought about it. Or, I don't know. Maybe Rick didn't want Aiden. But there's not going to be a player on planet Earth that's going to get more leeway under Rick Pitino than Quinn Slazinski. Now, hear me out.
Don't use leeway. More personal attention.
That's a good point. That's a good word. I guess I was going from the something tells me he may be able to mess up a couple more times than anybody else, but personal attention is better.
He's going to be more of a pet project.
Rick Pitino is going, and Rick Pitino may be he's one of the best ever, may be the best ever at individual instruction.
Right.
He is going to put every ounce of energy into Quinn Slazinski, because if he can turn Quinn Slazinski into an all-conference player, and I don't think Coach Pitino has any personal issue with Coach Mack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has something to do with that. Mm-hmm. Coach Mack said he called Coach Pitino. They talked.
Right.
I do think but here's
he's
the problem.
Competitive, Steve.
There's still the portion of Rick Pitino that's like, if I could turn that guy in there,
you think
Rick can, in circles, Rick can sit there now and he can say, I'd have took every team he had to the Final Four. If you'd have gave me Quinn Slazinski. Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
I know, but it's always our Jordan year, we were going to make our run to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, right. Which is what, I mean, in that year, it's so, again, he gets a first round loss. And I'm like, you see Jordan, you think Jordan could have carried you to a nice little run there? It could have happened. And I don't even want to say carry, it was a good team. I mean, Steve is at the highest level overseas right now, dominating. Like, he's like an all-star, you know, like,
No,
and I know,
we
go ahead and laugh. Or it's overseas.
We talk about it all the time.
Okay.
That we got labeled with a first round knockout on that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like
the COVID year. Yeah.
And I can't say, but like I said, I mean, I could say, okay, well, no, I'm labeling him with an Elite Eight run because I think that team was good. But I think that for Quinn, and I don't know if that he understands that part of it.
Does he know
or not
that he is going to be? I mean, Bob said somebody called him from Iona to ask what he thought about Quinn.
Well, I mean, you only would give a glowing review.
Yeah, my point is that wasn't Quinn strategizing like who would have the most to gain with my success. You know what, Rick Pitino, let me go up there. It was. I don't think it was like that. It was. Let's reach out to this Quinn kid.
Yeah. I mean, it's well, and Quinn is the one of the transfers that we said we were like, he's probably worthy of. I say Power 5, but I also mean AAC, you know, Big East, or whatever. In basketball, it's a little different. I was like, no, he can
play where somebody needs him.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a good player. I mean, like last year, I mean, there was times he played a good role.
And I want people to know this. With Quinn, you have to factor in the age of his competition, not just his skill set, okay? Because if Matt Cross and JJ Traynor were the same class as Quinn, then I don't even think he transfers. I think he competes.
Right.
But the fact that they're younger puts you in a position like if they beat me out, I'll never see the floor again.
And then you look at the next class.
Right.
Like, well, what's he recruiting? Tay Davis. Another wing guy, Rodney Rice, another wing guy. You know, guys, these are the guys even though that Virginia Tech hire, oh man, that might have been a little bit of a gut punch to us. They hired DeMath as head coach. That one might have been that's
still Peguesa's stomping ground though. So
it is. That's fair. That's fair. That worried me about Rice because I would have bet everything I had we got Rodney Rice. And I was like,
so point being, the Quinn thing, the age was more of the emergency. Hey, I can't miss. And like I said, Quinn has the ability to get a whole hell of a lot better.
Oh yeah.
You know, he hadn't scratched the surface.
No, I think Quinn can be very, very good.
Again, like I said, I just think that Quinn, that age, man, if it's close and a guy's younger.
Of course, the people that were making fun of your sound of talking about Quinn goes up to Iona and balls out. That'll be the same people. It's going to be like, ha, Louisville fan. That's fine. They better give you your props too.
But of course, that turns into, Coach Matt can't, like it's never in the story. But I agree with you.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be waiting to watch Quinn, start doing his thing.
Because I think he will. The thing is Rick can do Coach Pitino. I'm sorry, Coach Pitino can do he's a Hall of Famer. He can hide Quinn's deficiencies, and he's one of the best coaches in the college basketball game, man.
Ever.
Look, do I love Coach Mack? Yes. Do I think Coach Mack is going to be very, very good here? Yes. Is Rick Pitino maybe better at this point in time? Maybe. Like probably.
Coach everywhere.
He's one of the best coaches in college basketball. He's going to hide Quinn's deficiencies. He went to a Final Four playing Cal Kirk at the 4.
Darren, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, guys. Before I get to my humble pie part, you guys were talking about dunks earlier. I'm an old school guy, but nobody dunked like Darryl Griffith. The two that stick out the most to me was in the NCAA tournament to go to the Final Four in 1980. The big roundhouse dunk he did just past the free throw line and just like to tore the rim plumb off. And then the lob pass to him in the lane when he caught the ball at his chest and went back over his head at St. John. Both of these dunks were on the road.
But did he dunk on somebody?
Oh, he dunked all 5 guys for St. John's, Marcus. Come on, dude. He was in the lane, bro, on a lob pass from Jerry. It was unreal. And then the Everett Sullivan sideline dunk where he dunked sideways over Florida State at Florida State was a mean dunk.
That was a nice one. Yep.
Awesome.
I do know about that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But hey, listen, Marcus, Steve, I love you guys both, but I made a fool of myself last night on LSL. I just absolutely lost my mind. That Pat 40 thing just, God oh mercy, had me boiling. And then when you gave me a call a while ago, I had a little couple of boiling pops of water. I was like, no, just leave it alone. You gave in. He's a basketball fan. Just drop it. You're getting older now. Just be cool. So you gave in. You're all right with me. That's all right. Even when Marcus said he's my guy. But anyway, but I'll be quick. I just basically want to get on here and thank you so much, Marcus, for letting me do this. But I threw out some names I wasn't able to throw out last night. It was Drew Diener. I forget. There was a couple others I can't remember, but you know who you are. I apologize to you, but the only one correction I want to make is when Pat Jagger got on the air last night and said I got mad when I called Mark Ennis and Luke Hancock yesterday. That is absolutely not true. Pat Jagger got back on the phone with me. He said, "Hey man, they can't take your call." I said, "Well, that's fine. That's cool, no problem." And he said, "Well, just call back later." I said, "Okay, no problem." Just as nice and cordial as be. But he got on air and said last night I got mad about it, which absolutely ain't true. But I do want to apologize to the people that I did lose my mind on last night. Everybody except Pat 40. So thank you so much for letting me do this, and I sure appreciate it.
No,
you guys don't. Go ahead, Marcus.
No, I was gonna say, clearing your plate is always a good feeling.
We know definitely little things. It's like, well, it may not mean nothing to somebody else, but it's nice to get it off your chest, man. So I'm glad you got to do that.
It was 5 years of emotion from the NCAA to the Courier Journal. I was just lashing out at everybody. I just lost my mind, and that's not me. My mom called me about 8:30 last night. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What are you talking about?" Three of my sisters called me and said, "You made a fool of yourself on the radio last night." I was like, "Oh." After that, I was like, "Man, I gotta call somebody to let me apologize on the air." And Marcus Mavis, Steve Hermit, and Brian Hall were the first 3 people to come to my mind. So I appreciate it very much, guys.
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely. Yeah,
appreciate
I'm
that.
glad you. Like I said, glad you cleared your conscience on that one.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, but Steve,
we got an update in about 4 minutes. Just ahead.
All right.
Okay.
All right. What is a PGA update?
PGA Championship.
Steve, we looked at the good side of it. Or Quinn can go up there and get ran off in a Quinn can get ran out of Iona so fast, Steve, it'll make your hands spin. Rick ran off some of the most athletic dog spirit people that you ever seen in your life, Steve.
Ooh. Yeah, he could, man.
He could have no idea. Like, again, I complain sometimes because I thought, Coach, you got to step up the condition level on him. So, again, my ideal basketball player is a little, skinnier, long muscled, strong, but long, kind of long muscle, slim. Like I'm not used to seeing the extra stuff on the hips and the sides and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Quinn, David, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to Jalen's and JJ's all over the place, and Josh Nickelberry's, and I mean even
Darius,
Charles Menlin was a little chunky to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to looking at more conditioned.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about Darius as looking a little more Rick Pitino-ish.
Oh no, I'm saying I'm used to those body types. A lot more.
So, and Rick is like the king of that, the body. What is Quinn's body fat going to be to Rick? He is going to say, boy, you are. What is he going to say to Quinn when he measures his body fat? Steve?
Yeah.
He's gonna
I mean, he's immediately gonna be in the gym.
So Rick, he's gonna say, "You are a tub of Jello." In Rick's world,
yeah.
Rick would have said, "Midland, David, all y'all,
yeah,
drop 25 immediately."
Yeah.
Quinn could say, "You're insane."
Yeah.
I hope Rick gets a hold of Quinn before Quinn actually signs his paperwork, Steve. Because if Quinn gets a couple workouts before he has officially signed his paperwork, Steve, he might just, this is insane.
Listen, then that's possible, but I am rooting for him, man. I hope he does well up there. I think it's a good fit, personality wise.
Can Quinn Sislinski handle Rick Pitino?
I think so. I mean, he was a little bit of a hard-nosed, like deceivingly hard-nosed. He talked a little trash. I mean, I think he'll be fine.
And you talking about talking trash and talking back.
I know. Patino's going to get mad at him. He might have to run the treadmill.
No. But him being a talker, Patino does like that. He does like the highlight. I think he's like Coach Mack.
That's what feedback. Yeah.
I think there are a lot of where they're confrontational kind of.
I think Iona's a good level for Quinn though. I think he can succeed there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I think he comes in as one of the more talented guys.
That's what I mean. I think this is what Quinn wants.
Yeah. I mean, no, I totally think. I mean, I think you bring in Quinn Slazinski to a place like Iona. I mean, Quinn's
starter,
4-star player.
Right.
Yeah,
let's not forget.
That's a pretty good player.
Let's not forget. Yeah, he's a legit 4-star. He's gonna show up on the list instantly.
Yeah,
absolutely.
5 seconds.
Okay,
let's do it.
Let's
PGA.
do
it. Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 103rd PGA Championship, sponsored by Dell. For your small business needs, call a Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. First round at the second major of the year in the Ocean Course at Kiawah Island is already showing its teeth. Bryson DeChambeau, starting on the back nine, made 4 straight bogeys at 13, 14, 15, and 16. He's 2 over par, 6 off the lead. Abraham Answer, top 20 in the world. He tees off next hour and says, "You must be precise or you will pay."
It doesn't matter if you're actually hitting it well. You can still miss a lot of greens because of the wind, and the target is really small. You have to be really good with a short game, really sharp, some tight lies, but the grass it's awesome. It's just a raw golf course, and I really enjoy that.
Keegan Bradley, the PGA champ from 10 years ago, has sole possession of the lead, 4 under through 11. Rory McIlroy, the winner of the last PGA, played at Kiawah in 2012. He's 1 over, 5 back. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
It's Small Business Month, and Dell Technologies and Windows are celebrating your unstoppable drive. Save up to 45% on powerful PCs with Windows 10 Pro to work from anywhere, plus top monitors and docks for the ultimate business setup, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right business tech, server, storage, and cloud solutions at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for Small Business Month savings.
Life hacks. What would life be without them? Like using candle wax to loosen a stuck zipper. Here's another life hack. Now you can get the same high-quality insurance from Allstate, but at a new low.
I'm not sure exactly how they do this. I think they come back and do the leaderboard again, and then we come back.
Visit Allstate.com.
Kind of feeling this one out.
In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Not available in every state. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Guess that's it. Go ahead.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. As always, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. This is something I was supposed to do. In the very opening of the show. We kind of got sidetracked. This is not a very important conversation, but I want to have it, Steve. I want to paint this picture of something I saw this morning
Actually, what I saw is probably why I didn't have the lights cut off. You go ahead and grab that, Brian. Is probably why I didn't have the lights cut off. Okay, Steve. You come down the ramp when you're coming into the garage, right?
Absolutely.
I want to know, is this just me? Or basically the question I'm asking y'all is, how much do you trust technology? Okay, what I'm asking is, we're going to use the bar for an example. The slide your card by the lift, your car, whatever.
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk about the door. You ever see those people who drive up on the door really fast when it's opening up?
I know.
And you're like, do you know that if that door don't open all, you're literally going to crash straight into that door?
I know.
You see people pushing that all the time, right? I saw a dude come underneath the door. He dropped his keys out the window on accident, right underneath the door. He got out of his car, went and grabbed,
like where the door could come back down.
Yes,
like no way.
Yes,
Yeah.
He got out of his car and got his keys. Like the keys kind of like were a few feet back or whatever, right? And I'm watching it, and I'm like, you got out of your car under. And here's the thing, he's probably right, because it usually we got Jeff Greer out there. You're gonna grab that real quick. Does Jeff Greer not have a key yet?
Does he not have a key? Let's find out.
He's not a very big deal.
He doesn't have a key. He's knocking.
You want to go grab him real quick, y'all?
He's knocking on the door.
We got you, Jeff. So Steve, he gets out of his car, and gets the keys,
right,
and then gets back in his car and drives off. I don't trust that thing.
No, there's no way.
I'd have been under that thing a minute. I purposely drive past the arm gates fast, because don't you have daily thoughts of that arm coming crashing down on your car?
I mean, not really daily thoughts about that happening, but I do like, I'm not I'm like, go all the way up and then I'll try.
Right. Okay. You don't speed by.
Like,
Assuming
when I pull out of the garage, I'm like, okay, let me make sure the door goes up. Like, like I'm not going with the door. You know?
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, I got an extra 2 seconds.
Do you trust the elevator? Like, how far do you trust the elevator that it's going to close when you put your arm in front of it?
Well, it's funny because we had one of these moments at Disney. The elevator was shutting, and my wife was pushing the baby in the stroller, right? And it's shutting, and I'm like, oh, catch that. But I was insinuating to her and just push the baby. It was, and just the horror that she looked at me like, are you serious? And I was like
use the baby cart.
It made me think
to open up the door. Like,
it made me think like that probably would have been a bad idea. Because like, what if that doesn't?
Right, you trusted technology way too much on that one.
Yeah, it was like, what if you just put it in there and the sensor doesn't work?
What did she say?
Oh, she was just like, no. I was like, well, now we gotta wait.
Now we got Brian Hall.
It's like, this sucks.
What would you say your level of trust on simple things like the door opening, sticking your arm in the elevator like right before it's about to shut, and you want to like open it back up? Like, what's your
I probably push the limit a little too hard sometimes. I'm one of those guys that like, oh, if I can get it in there in time, it'll open up again.
Not me.
The thought never crosses my mind. Like, oh, the storage is going to crush my hand here in a second.
The sensor might not catch it. So sometimes you think you just assume the sensor is going to catch it.
I just assume, yeah. I mean, I honestly don't even get scared. I'm like, yeah, and then because like what I'm saying, the thought never crosses my mind. Like, oh man, if this sensor doesn't catch my hand, I could get crushed.
It's time for us to start trusting elevators, right?
No.
I mean, have you heard of somebody hand getting crushed and then
you get on an elevator with me daily? You know that I don't trust an elevator.
Let me get to the phone lines. Ross, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, my man.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So I totally feel Steve on the elevator thing. Every time not so much when I get on, but when I get off, I make sure it's like I'm out there. Like when it's my time to go, well, there ain't no hesitation, like tagging peekaboo in and out of the elevator. I'm either in or I'm out. Like, I'm not getting cut in half. I mean, that's just not going to happen. So, but man, the real reason I'm calling is that I wanted to say that I was glad to hear Darren's voice, because there's been a lot of time over the past year to think about people, just a lot of people just pop in and out of your head. And Darren was one of those guys that popped in my head over this time. I just been wondering how he was doing, because everybody that listens knows that Darren calls from the glorious banks of Nolan Lake, and he's black and red till he's dead. So I was glad to hear from him. So hope he's doing well. And it sounded like he had a pretty good dunk last night. If we're gonna go full circle, I don't know. I didn't get to hear LSL last night, but I might have to go listen to it. But Darren, don't sweat it, brother. It happens, and you're not the only one that's been frustrated. And it's a good thing we got Steve and Marcus to be toting the line to just keep the pro U of L positivity going. And just they're never gonna quit. So, anyways, guys, thanks for taking my call. I'm gonna go wash this Jeep and take the top off. Let's go. Go Cards, go Kroger.
Appreciate the call.
Did I see Butch's name pop up on the call line yesterday?
Yeah, he called in. He was on hold for like a couple minutes, and then I think we just
here.
On our show.
Oh
yeah, and it was kind of when we were
up. Yeah.
We were in deep conversation about the Dino Gaudio stuff, and you guys were trying to make a point, and he sat there for a little while, and he was like, "Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go."
Okay, I didn't know. Sorry about that.
Butch at some point.
About that.
All right.
But I'm glad we did see him. I'm glad he's okay. We were
yeah.
wondering.
I hadn't heard from him.